morning, my friends. Happy New Year. It is the 7th of January. We have been in 2022 for a whole week now. That is crazy. I thought I would pop on today, even though it's not a Sunday, because I just thought I'd film a bit of a video just to say hello. Really? Say hello and welcome you to the new year. I have been so busy with all of my crafty stuff, which has been so nice. I have just loved having some time to make a few things. Now you're going to have to excuse traffic noise and things because I've got the window open and this room actually faces the street, but it is so hot. It is so hot and I can't have the fan on because otherwise it's like strobes in here. So I'm literally sitting inside a sauna talking to you. It is a sauna in here. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how hot it is right now. So it's going to be noisy outside. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but please just excuse that. Okay, so let's have a look at what I've been doing this week. I have had a lovely week. I've done a few shifts of work, but nothing too drastic. And I've had lots of time at home because I've just wanted to stay at home. We've just wanted to stay at home. Otherwise, I have just been I did a little bit of quilting, but not on a quilt. I've done some stitching and I've done a lot of shopping. Not all of it's here yet. It's still arriving in bits and pieces. And some of it is PDFs, but yeah, I've done a lot of shopping. Yes. Okay, so let's get started with what I've been working on. Let's go with that. So I showed you this recently. This is my book of days where I am keeping track of all the things that I'm working on. And I have started with the first week. And I've also included down the side my things that I'm bringing forward from last year, which was only 3 cross-stitch projects. I didn't count all the quilting ones because there would be way too many. And I haven't added up my knitting yet, but I've only got 2 knitting projects, so that's okay. So they're all in there. So let's start with the whips that I have been working on. All right. Oh, these are not in order. Okay, so let's talk about what I've been working on since I've seen you last. I don't know how this is going to go because I haven't got any of this in front of me in order. So it may be a little bit all over the place, but it's my first video of the year. So you're just going to have to forgive me that. Okay, so let's talk about what I've been working on since I saw you last. I managed to get one more Christmas finish in. I started this, I think I started it on Christmas Eve. Or maybe it was, yeah, I think it was Christmas Eve. I started it on Christmas Eve, I'm pretty sure. And it is Farmhouse Christmas series, and it's by Little House Needleworks, and it's Grandpa's Pickup. And it's such a cute little finish. I didn't finish it as an ornament. I finished it as a little pillow. A lot of people are doing this as a 9-part series. I did notice that another Aussie floss tuber, Deb, had shown this on her Instagram as well, but she is doing it as a set. But this is mine. I finished it as a little pillow and I put the year in. This was my last finish for 2021. And I backed it in some vintage looking Christmas fabric that I have got, which I thought was perfect. And so that is my first Christmas small. Isn't that gorgeous? So I was really happy with that. Really, really happy with that one. That will now go away till next year. And then Christmas happened and Christmas was lovely. We were down the coast for the day to stay in my mum's unit for lunch. And yeah, it was a really nice day. So the younger kids all had a swim in the pool, and it was actually a very sort of on-off rainy day. It poured the drive home, like it poured. We were doing half the speed limit because we couldn't see. But it was a really nice day. Really enjoyed it. I got some really beautiful things. Some of it's actually been put away already, so I can't show you. Oh, actually, I could probably got a picture. My husband got me this beautiful, where will I put it? I'll put it up that way. My husband got me this beautiful, it's like a limited edition Christmas ornament. I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but I am a bit of a Diet Coke addict. Like, I love my Diet Coke. And I love Coca-Cola Santas. I've got 2 that I have got in glass domes that are from my childhood that my parents handed on to me. And then he got me this, which is another collector's item, and it lights up and it has music that plays and it's gorgeous. So I'm really happy with that. I got some really great presents as well. My daughter got me a massage chair that you stick on the lounge that gives you a shiatsu massage. I got charms for my bracelet. I got so much stuff. I had so much stuff. It was really nice. One of the things I did get was this. How cute is that? So my mum is very into diamond painting at the moment. I have never given it a go, but she made this for me because she knows how much I love bees, and I really love it. It's just gorgeous. So I wanted to share that. Didn't she do a good job? And she's actually making me a Christmas one, which is huge, which will frame and will be part of my Christmas decorations for coming years. So I'm really excited about that. Thanks, Mum. So yes, Christmas Day was lovely. Boxing Day came around and I bought some things. I bought a lot of things. I bought so many things that I'm trying to put together what I've bought. A lot of it hasn't arrived yet, but I have got some things that I can show you. But first, before we get to what I bought, or maybe, how am I going to do this? Because it's all separate. Okay, we're just going to go with what I can go with. Okay, so one of the things I did purchase was a pattern from Modern Folk Embroidery. It's a PDF download that I got, and I got it in preparation for Valentine's Day. And it is a Jane Austen one, and anyone who knows me knows I love Jane Austen. And yeah, I'm really excited to start this one. So he says if you stitch on 32 count, it will measure approximately 7 inches by 9 5/8, which is a nice size, I think. It is 101 crosses wide and 153 crosses high, so it's not huge. It'll be a lovely little one to do for Valentine's Day. And I have decided I'm going to do it in this one here, which is 355, because I like the terracotta-iness of it. Is that a word? No, it's not, but I like it anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I have ordered some more fabric from Number 12 Stitch Co. I ordered my first piece of fabric, which you'll see later from them, and I love it. So I jumped on and ordered some more. So I'm going to, I think, use that with some of the fabric that's yet to come. So that's one thing that I did purchase with the Boxing Day sales. And then another one that I got is this one here. This is Nessie Mitchell, 1929. This is an original chart by Mama Loves You GB. And I just love it. I love that it's got the veils there. I don't know why. And I love all the crowns. I think it's a fantastic little sampler that she has designed, and I can't wait to stitch that one. I think it's fantastic. So she has got a bit of a backstory here. So Nessie Anderson Mitchell was part of her family tree, and she has dedicated this stitch to her. And yeah, I think it's really sweet. So I purchased that one. Oh, then I purchased some threads which haven't arrived yet. Can't wait till they do. I purchased some threads for this pattern here that I have had for a bit, and my friend and I are going to start this together on the 26th of January, which is Australia Day. It is also my twins' birthday. They will be 20. So I'm counting it more as a birthday start than an Australia Day start, because Australia Day is a little bit controversial, and yeah, so it is my birthday start for the boys. Bushland Quaker by Mojo Stitches. I have ordered a overdyed thread pack for this, which I will split with my friend who is starting this with me, and I'm super excited to start this one. So excited, in fact, that I have made a bag for it to go in. It's quite a big bag, but I like them big. I've decided I don't like little bags. I've been fiddling around with sizes. I have made a lot. I've made like 9 bags. This is one that I have recently made. I even made the little zipper pull. And yeah, so the threads are going to go in there when they arrive, ready to start. And because my friend is doing it with me, and she will probably see this on here before she sees it in real life, because I think she does watch, but I've made this one for her. So she has got a Laura Keats one, and I've made her a matching zipper pull. So Jenny, this is for you. I made this one for you, for your Mojo Stitches. So we're going to be starting that one together. Another thing I've purchased, which is also not here yet, but will hopefully arrive soon. It is coming all the way from Tasmania. I purchased it from A Stitch in Time. It's a store I love, like really love. And yes, I have purchased the Laura's Big Birthday Stitch Along. Yes, Laura's Big Birthday Stitch Along. And I'm just using the DMC thread. So I've ordered that, and I've ordered the fabric. It will all arrive together. I will be late to the party, but I'm always late to the party when it comes to things like that. It's called being fashionably late, and I'm very good at it. So when that arrives, I'm going to start that. But so that I've got a place to keep it when it does arrive, I made a bag. A very Laura-esque bag, I feel. This one made me think of her when I saw this fabric. So on the front, it has little like paper dolls, and on the back, it's got all of the vintage clothes, and I just thought it was really sweet. And then I made one of the Laurie Holt crochet flowers because I thought it needed it. It's got a little zipper pull. This is from Lisa Loves Stitching, and I just thought it would look cute on there. And then inside here, ready, these are also from Lisa Loves Stitching. I have a little teapot needle minder, and I've got a birdie floss keeper, and I thought that was very fitting, very sweet. So those are in there ready for when Elizabeth Isles arrives. So I made that. That was another one of the bags that I made for Laura's big birthday sale. And then, seeing as we're going with bags that I've made, I made a Christmas one, a vintage Christmas one. Also made the zipper pull. It's just a little love heart with love on it. Yeah, how cute is that? All quilted, and yeah, very cute. We're just going to go through with all of the bags I've made at the moment. So the next project bag that I made has got a story behind it. It was actually the first project bag that I made, and I made it because I was lying in bed just feeling a bit tired and lazy and reading my book, and there was a knock at the door, and the dog just started barking, and I told her off. Stella, stop barking. Told her off because she's always barking at people. It's very rude manners. And anyway, I've come out to see what are you barking at? And there was a bag at my front door, and in the bag was this guy. Now, I am a huge Donald fan. Okay, huge. I know he's not probably everyone's favorite, but I love Donald Duck. Always have in fact, since I was a little girl, and I still have my original my original Donald Duck, and he's got some age spots like I do now, but here's my original Donald Duck that I have, and I just was given another one. Aren't they just gorgeous? So, okay, I know it's daggy. I know I'm a grown woman, and you know, it's probably very uncool, but I love Donald Duck. And I can remember when I very first started sewing, finding some Donald Duck fabric in a thrift shop, and of course I had to get it. I had no idea what I was ever going to make with it because it's not really quilt fabric. It was, you know, no one else loves Donald Duck as much as I do. So it's kind of just sat in my stash. So when I got that toy, I decided to pull out the Donald Duck fabric, and I made myself a Donald project bag. And here he is here. He's not in his right colours, but I would say that this fabric is maybe from the 80s or 90s. And yeah, what else could you do with it, really? But how cute is it as a little project bag? So I made that project bag. That's the story behind that one. That one doesn't have a project in it yet, so I'll have to come up with one. What else have I got here? Oh, let's do this one next. So this is another gift that I have made. This is actually for the friend that gave me the Donald Duck. I made her a little birdie bag with butterflies. She actually doesn't like birds, but she loves purple. I made her a little zipper pull, and she does watch this, but she doesn't watch it very often. So she tends to bulk watch. So I don't think she'll see this before I give it to her. But I made her a little scissor fob. And her family is originally Scottish, and her favourite colour is purple. So I made her this little Thistle Scissor Fob. And this was actually my first cross stitch finish for this year. So I'm really happy with that. It is just on 18 count Aida that I had in my drawer of scraps. That was the perfect size to do a little scissor fob. And it's just, the cord is just winded floss. And yeah, this was a free pattern that I found on the internet, and I will try to find it and link it below in case there's anyone else out there that would like to stitch it. I just like that even though it's stitched this way, when it's hanging, it kind of, the crosses are like little pluses. And yeah, even though it's on 18 count, I did stitch it with 2 threads, so the stitches are very close together. I don't know that I would do that next time. I would probably just use 1 thread, but it's still very cute. I'm happy with that. So that is sitting into here, and it will go to her when I see her hopefully next week, all going well. You know, we can't be sure with this day and age, can we? But all going well, that's going to go to her because she has just started getting really into cross stitch as well. And I know for a fact that she has bought a lot of patterns online as well. We're as bad as each other. So yes, that is going to go to her. Let's show you one last project bag that is empty, that needs a project, but that I think I already know what's going to go in here. And that is an Alice in Wonderland one that I made. And for the little stitch marker that I made for this is actually a little, is actually a little Cheshire cat. I was watching a new floss tuber, Kyle, for the very, very first time, and he has been working on a Alice in Wonderland stitch along. It is free. It is by a Russian designer, so it took so long to download the pattern. There's still one more piece to be released in February, I'm pretty sure, early February. And I saw his version and my heart just like, you know how you just, there's some things that you see that you're just like, oh, I need this in my life. So anyway, I downloaded the pattern for that. His version is incredible. I will try to link him below as well. And yeah, go check out his last one if you want to see the pattern. Actually, no, I'll put a picture of the pattern up here. There we go. I'll put a picture of the pattern up here. Still go check him out though, because he was a bit of fun. But so I was watching him, and that's the project I think I'm going to put into This bag here, there was 2 versions of it. There was a colored version and one that just had 3 colors. I really like the 3 colors. It just had a really funky look to it. So that's the version that I'm going to be doing, the 3 colored version, with the 3 DMC colors, and it will go in there. So there you go. Okay. Another bag that I've made. This one is a beautiful little rose bag. I made this for my floral motif sampler, which is one that I really want to stitch this year. I bought the pattern last year and I hadn't started because I hadn't finished collecting the threads for it, and I hadn't gotten any fabric for it yet, because it calls for a fabric that I don't know if we can even get here. It's a seraphim prairie grass. I've never seen it in any of the online stores that I shop at. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to come up with a alternative fabric for that. Maybe a fox and rabbit, or possibly even another one from number 12 Stitch Co, because I really have enjoyed stitching on her fabric, which you'll see that next. So yes, maybe. But anyway, I've ordered the rest of the threads for that, and I've ordered a mixture of the Gentle Arts and DMC, just because of what I could get my hands on. And yeah, so that is a 2022 upcoming stitch for sure, because it's beautiful. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. The next project bag that I made is this one here with the cockatoos all over it. Cockatoos are a bird that we see a lot of in our area. This zipper pull, a little bit fancier. This actually came from number 12 Stitch Co as well. Really like this one. I think it's gorgeous. This bag is housing a new start and a whip that I have been working on. And this one is the Queensland Sampler, or I'm just calling it the Queenslander, by Lily Pilly Stitches. This is one of her patterns, and she is doing a sew along or a stitch along. I get confused with what they're called. Stitch along, start along for this pattern. And yeah, it's really cute. So these are all Queensland houses. So these are all houses that you would see around where I live. They're, you know, gorgeous houses, usually up high, just to catch the breezes because it's so stinking hot up here. And I just love them. And she's based these houses on actual houses around Brisbane and Queensland, and well, wherever these houses are. I really like them. I think they're fantastic. So I have started. It is a very modest start because I only just started, but it's looking really nice. I have started stitching this on some number 12 Stitch Co. This is 40 count Spring Fling. So Spring Fling was the call for, but I've gone a slightly smaller count. Here is my very, oh, hang on, let's get the threads out of the way. Here is for my very modest start. I've got the little hearts and cane toads happening that are in the border. I'm using a little needle minder that I also got from Lily Pilly Stitches. And it's, yeah, I am super enjoying this stitch. I wonder if you can see the little cane toads. It's got little love hearts and little cane toads in the border. And because cane toads are a bit of a thing in Queensland. And I just think that is just super cute. I really like them. So I have, it's only a tiny start because I've only just started. I only just got the fabric. And as soon as I got this fabric, I had to quickly go on and buy more because it's just gorgeous. So I've bought more of it, and I've bought a few other of her colors because it is just beautiful to stitch on. So that's my start there, and I am using DMC. I did have to substitute out a couple of colors, but they'll still work fine. And yeah, that is now in this bag. So there we go. And what else have I got here? Okay, another one that I have been working on, you have seen before, and it is the Little Women pattern. I'm just checking out what trucks are there because I've got more packages arriving. It is the Little Women pattern by, it's the Stitching Book Club, but she's called something else on Etsy. But I'll link it down below. This is what it's going to look like. And this is what I have done. So I finished part 2, which was the house. And I've just started on part 3, which is down here. I've got the words, I've got another couple of bits to go, and then I'm on to, I think, the final part. I'm pretty sure it came in 4 parts. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. So this one is, let's have a look. I swapped out a couple of threads, but this is on Zweigart Belfast linen in 32 count, and I am stitching it 2/2. Do I love 2/2? Not really. I think I'm preferring to stitch with 1 thread, but it's still looking really nice. So we'll keep going. And yeah, really happy with that. I was happy to finish that house because that was some pretty heavy stitching in that house. And the words are a nice follow-up to the house because they're nice and quick and easy. But I am really enjoying that. The colors are really groovy. I never thought that I would ever pick anything with these colors. Like, they're just really out there, aren't they? But how good is it looking? So yes, I have enjoyed working on that one. That is a good one for when I've got tired eyes because it is only a 32 count. So it's nice and easy. Not that I use a magnifier. I don't use any magnification when I'm stitching on 40 count unless I'm stitching on this puppy. So this is my birthday start that I did in September. This is my September start. And she has been neglected, not because of the pattern so much as because of the fabric that I've chosen. So I am stitching this on 40 count antique white linen even weave. And it is Butterfly Cloche. And it's a Liz Matthews, Hello from Liz Matthews pattern. It is stunning. Like, I'm so excited to have this on my wall. When this is finished, I'm going to be so happy. But this fabric, like, I don't know, it just feels smaller than 40 count, and I don't know if it's just that it's white on white. But anyway, what I have done, I have filled in all of this white stitching in here around the hashtag. I did the hashtag and the white stitching, and I started coming up in here. So that is what I have worked on here. Lots to do, but it's just going to be so beautiful. So I have swapped out quite a few colors for some classic Colorworks threads, just because I liked the variegation, and I didn't want to use DMC black because I thought it was too black. So I am using instead, what am I using instead of the DMC black? I'm using the classic Colorworks black coffee instead, and it's just a bit softer. So I'm really enjoying stitching on that. When I do, it's just, I have to wear magnification glasses because I can't see otherwise. With those, it's fine. But they're awkward because you're kind of looking at your fabric, and then you kind of got to look over your glasses like a old lady to be able to read the what your stitches are next. And yeah, anyway, that one. So I have worked on that with that one. I actually wouldn't mind working on that a bit today because I think it just needs a little bit more love. But what I have been working on like mad, is a stitch along, start along, whatever you want to call it, that I pre-ordered because I was super excited about. It's a Hands Across the Sea sampler, and it is an exclusive. It's an exclusive. It is only available at the Attic Needleworks, Needle in a Haystack, Traditional Stitches, and A Stitch in Time, and Hands Across the Sea sampler. So it's not available everywhere. I got mine from A Stitch in Time in Tasmania, and it is Eliza Martha Linfoot. And I'm pretty certain I've shown you this when I first got it, but I hadn't actually started it until now, basically. I have got threads on a thread keep that I got from number 12 Stitch Co, and floss cards are the same. So look at her, she's gorgeous. So I've got the threads here, and I've given it a pretty good start. So this was a New Year's Eve start or New Year's Day. I'd have to have a look at my book. I think it might have been New Year's Eve. And this is what I've done since New Year's Eve. So this is 7 days on and off, bits and pieces of stitching. It is the first page finished and working a little bit on the second. And yeah, I'm really, really, really loving it. I'm stitching this on, what is it? 38 count legacy linen, and it's in filbert. And it's using all of the call for DMC flosses. I have never stitched with silks. It does have a silk conversion as well. I've never stitched with silks. I don't mind DMC. DMC helps me keep the costs down a little bit, and because I like to buy lots of things, I kind of have to keep that in mind. And the DMC is pretty. It's really, really pretty. Look at this little bird. Isn't this gorgeous? So I've had to be a little bit careful because there's some differences in the border that I've had to keep an eye on, and even down here there's a little bit of a difference down here. This was actually quite tricky, this, to keep it like the chart. I did have to do a little bit of frogging, but it's perfect. I love it. I tried using this in a Q-snap. So normally I stitch in hand, and I thought I'm going to try a Q-snap. I bought one, going to give it a try. I can't do it. I can't use a hoop and I can't use a Q-snap. I don't know why. I find it really awkward and I end up getting a sore hand. So I actually am more of a, and you can tell by the creases, I'm a scrunch and stitch in hand girl. So I scrunch things, I scrunch up on the side, and I tend to stitch, I've decided, how I read. Left to right, top to bottom. That's tends to be how I go too. So anyway, I'm really happy with how that's going. I can't get enough of that one. It is beautiful. Hands Across the Sea charts are always really easy to read, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying that stitch. So I think that pretty much brings me up to speed on everything I've been working on. Let's have a look at some shopping that I've done. Oh yes, let's have a look at some shopping I've done. Okay, so one of the online shopping endeavors that I did do was to get some more fabric. This is just all Zweigart. I've got 36 count in both pearl grey and in light mocha. And these are from JK's Cross Stitching Supplies. And I also got some 40 count platinum. So I got a fat quarter, I think, of each of those, yes. Because we need that. And when I was on there, I saw that they had my unicorn chart. And it was not in stock, but there was stock arriving soon. So I bought it. And I was so excited. Like So I've tried to buy this, even tried to buy it overseas, and I haven't been able to get my hot little hands on it. And once I'd purchased it, the next day she sent a message saying, oh, look at this, your pattern has arrived and we'll send it with your linen. And I just, oh, so excited. And you probably, I don't know, you might think I'm a bit crazy, but it is this. Let me get it out of the packet. Let me get it out of the packet for you. It is Long Dog Samplers, and it is called Anzac. And I am so excited to stitch this. I need to pick my thread color, and I'm thinking I'm going to go an emerald green because green is my favorite, and I just think this should be an emerald green. The other option was to do it on green and stitch it with a lighter color, but I think I'm going to go emerald green. I just love this so much. I just love it. You got your little magpies and your crocs and redback spiders and oh, just everything that's in this. It's just everywhere you look, there's something else that's just amazing. So I have looked for this ever since I found out that it existed and haven't been able to get it. So the fact that I now own it, one, I don't have any more unicorn charts. I need to I need to just be happy with stitching now because I don't have anything else that I desperately need to search for. I'm so happy to have this. I am so happy to have this. You can't even know. So this is a definite 2022 stitch for me. I'm really so excited about it. It's hard to find Australian like themed patterns that I really love it. I really love Australian things. So I'm going to have a few started really. I've got Bushland Quaker and this one that's going to be starting, and I have ordered another one from Fat Quarter Shop, and I think that is actually arriving today too. And it's a Plum Street Samplers, I think, and it does have the Australian flag on it. I saw it on I think Laura showed it on Brenda and the Serial Starter, and talked about how she could stitch it because she has Aussie friends now, and I'm like, oh, it's what? And so I like searched high and low for that pattern, managed to get it at Fat Quarter Shop, and I think I purchased it like 3 days ago, and I just got a message from UPS saying that it's going to be here today, which is phenomenal because I have had stuff ordered from like South Australia that I've been waiting 2 weeks for, so really impressed by that. But anyway, okay. The only other purchase that I've made that I can show you, there's lots of other purchases, but they're still coming, is I purchased some Tilda doll fabrics. Now you don't need Tilda doll fabrics to make Tilda dolls. You don't need it. This is the grey that I stitched my other kitty in, and it is going to be the same for the one I'm doing this time. I will be stitching another grey kitty because I want them to be little twins. And I also got this one here in preparation for future dolls that we're going to be doing together. I am actually going to be filming that today, the tutorial for the cat. I don't know when I'll post it because it will take quite a bit of editing. So this one will go up first, and I'm hoping within the week I'll get the other one sorted as well. But I'm going to be filming the cat sew along today, and that is the fabric that I'm using for that. I did have to wait for it to arrive. I ordered this from Fabric Pixie, and she does have more. She's got a great Tilda range. I will also link her shop down below, and yeah, so that is ready to go for our Tilda sew-alongs that we're going to be doing this year. And yeah, so I think that's everything. I think that's got you caught up for the last week and a bit it's been since I've seen you. Okay, so I'm going to finish this now. I will try to edit this sometime today. I'm going to now film the cat sew-along, so we can do that together. I don't know how long it's going to take to film it. We might have to film it over a couple of days and edit it over a couple of days. So it will probably be at least a week, I would think, before you see the tutorial. Or it's not really a tutorial, it's a sew along. You're sewing with me. Before you see that, it'll be probably about a week, I'd say. Give me a week. If it's a bit more or a bit less, we'll just, you know. I'm going to leave you to it. I hope you have had a wonderful start to the year. And do share with me anything that you're making. Tag me on Instagram if you've got photos up there that you want me to have a look at. I'd love to check them out, especially if it's something that you've made from any of my videos. I would love to see it then. But otherwise, I will see you when we do our Tilda cat sew along and another stitchy update sometime after that. Bye for now.